everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kendra and today I'll be doing my May TBR. I am really excited to start a new month of reading because, as you know, in March I had a really slow month, and then the first half of April I was really slumpy as well, and then towards the end of the month I ended up finally getting back into reading. So now I am full force ready to read again, and I'm super excited for all these books that I've chosen. And these are just a bunch of books that I possibly will read for the month. It's not going to be a strict TBR or anything. First I want to talk about our Book Talks After Dark book pick for May, and this is a buddy read that I do with Shelby at Shelby Taggart Reads. And for this month our guest host is going to be Cassidy from Cassidy Reads, and the book that we have chosen for this month is My Favorite Souvenir by Vi Keelan and Penelope Ward. And the live show for this book is going to be Tuesday, May 26th at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's going to be on Shelby's channel. This is an adult romance, and it is available on Kindle Unlimited if you'd like to read it as well. And this is about a woman. Her and her boyfriend recently broke up, and they were supposed to go on this vacation. So she decides that she's going to go on the vacation anyway. So when she gets to this luxury resort hotel, there's like all kinds of problems when she gets there, because there is like over 100 people that are out of their rooms because they overbooked for whatever reason. So then she runs into this guy, and he's going to steal this person's reservation. So she decides to act like his sister, and it is going to be their romance, and it sounds so good, and it sounds like it's going to be perfect for a summer read. So I'm really excited that we chose this book. And this next book, I'm going to be doing a buddy read with a group of people on Instagram, and the book that we're going to be buddy reading is The Library of Legends by Janie Chang. And this is an adult historical fiction. And the only thing I really know about this one is that it's set in the 1930s in China, a convoy of student refugees that travel across China, and they are fleeing the brutal war of Japan. So this one sounds really interesting, and I'm actually kicking myself that I didn't pick this one for one of my book of the month selections. However, I did end up pre-ordering it from Amazon, and I'll be getting this one just in time for the buddy read to start. So I'm really excited to read this one and buddy read it with a bunch of different people on Instagram. So I have a couple arcs that I really want to get to this month, and the first one is The Dilemma by B.A. Paris. This one comes out in June, and this is an adult thriller, and it's about a woman, and it's her 40th birthday party, and it sounds like some secrets are revealed, and I'm really excited to read this one because I love B.A. Paris, so super excited that I have this one and I can read. And the other arc that I really want to get to is The Paris Library by Jeanette Sisklin Charles, and this is an adult historical fiction, and this one is set in Paris in the late 1930s, and it deals with the American Library of Paris. So I'm really excited to read this one, and it sounds like it's going to be really good. And then I have 5 books here that I will be doing a special video for. So the first one is Dear Wife by Kimberly Bell, and this is an adult thriller, and this is about a woman plotting to leave her abusive husband. And honestly, that's all I really want to know about this one. I don't like to know too much about thrillers, so I am really excited to read this one. The next one is American Royals by Catherine McGee, and this is a YA historical fiction fantasy type book, and this is a set during when George Washington was president, but instead of him being a president, he is actually a king. So this one sounds really interesting, and I can't wait to read this one. The next book is Summer of '69 by Ellen Hildebrandt. This one has been on my TBR for forever, and I'm finally excited I'm going to be reading this one this month. This is a adult historical fiction, and it is set obviously in 1969, and it is about a family. They always go to their grandmother's house in Nantucket, and I believe it's just a family drama, so I'm really excited that I'm finally going to be reading this one. The next one is Things You Save in a Fire by Catherine Center. This one has also been on my TBR for a couple months. This is about a woman, and she's a female firefighter, and I'm so excited that I'm finally going to be reading this one. The next one is No Exit by Taylor Adams. This is an adult thriller, and it's about a woman. She goes to this rest stop and she sees this little girl in the back of this car inside of like an animal crate. So I've heard so many great things about this one, so I'm super glad that I'm finally going to be reading this one. The next one that I'm hoping to get to is Little Fires Everywhere by Celeste Ning, and I really want to read this one so I can watch the TV show. I did watch the first episode, really liked it, so I know I just want to read this one before I watch the TV show. But this is it's like a family drama set around Cleveland, Ohio, and I'm definitely interested in this one because I am from Ohio, and yeah, so I'm super excited to hopefully read this one so I can finally watch the TV show. And then last month I ended up reading Caravelle by Stephanie Garber, so I really want to read the sequel, which is Legendary, and I really want to continue reading this series so I can have it finished. But I really enjoyed Caravelle, so I'm really excited to finish it up. And then I also hoping, if I can read Legendary, to read Finale, which is the third book in the series. So I'm really hoping that I can get at least one of these read in May, and if I can't read the last one, this one, then hopefully I can read it in June. So since I read a YA fantasy, I have really been wanting to read some more, so I had put this one on my TBR hoping that I can get to it, and it is House of Salt and Sorrow by Erin A. Craig. First of all, this cover is absolutely gorgeous, and I'm really excited to read this one. This was a retelling of the 12 Dancing Princesses, so I'm really hoping I can get to this one as well this month. And then for my Book of the Month selection pick for this month, I've decided that pulling books from a jar just really is not helping right now. I'm not reading them, so what I'm going to do is my books that I got last month, I'm just going to pick a couple of these and read them, so I at least have a little bit of a choice of which book that I'm in the mood to read. So I actually have 4 books I ended up getting from last month because I ended up trading one of them, so now I have 4 that I got last month. So the 4 that I'm hoping to choose from is A Good Neighborhood by Therese Ann Fowler, and this is another family drama set in a neighborhood, so I can choose this one. And then also The Guest List by Lucy Foley. This one I've actually been really excited to read, and this is an adult thriller, and it's set on an island, I believe in Ireland, and it's around a wedding party, and it's at their like reception, and someone gets murdered. So it's just a murder mystery, and I've been dying to read this one. The other one is The Paris Hours by Alex George. This is set in the 1920s in Paris, and I've heard really great things, so maybe I'll pick up this one. And the other Book of the Month pick that I may read is Beach Read by Emily Henry. This is about a couple. They both are writers, and they have writer's block. One writes romance and the other writes literary fiction, I believe. So they end up swapping genres, and hopefully they can get out of their writer's block. I've heard amazing things about this one as well. So those are the 4 that I'm hoping to choose from, and hopefully it'll be way better than me picking from the jar, and that's what I have to read. Like I said, I haven't been great about that, but I mean, my goal for the year was to read at least 12 Book of the Month books, and I believe I am on track for that. So I'm going to try picking a couple of these this month to see how that goes. But yeah, so that is my TBR. I'm really excited about it. All of these I'm dying to read, so yeah, let me know in the comments what you're going to be reading for May, and if you've read any of these books, let me know what you thought about them, and until then, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!